Hi all, this is your girl Natasha, and right now I'm just sipping tea, and I am going to serve a little Lorna Doone. Now, I'm not being shady, I don't want it to be taken as shade, but I've been hearing a lot of reading concerning Rico. Rico, you've been a little bad boy on the streets. Now, I want to give you a little advice, Rico, and it's not shade. I heard Kwani say someone should help you. And I said, well, okay, I'll give Rico a little advice. Now, Rico, you want to move to New York, as I understand it. And being born and raised in New York, I'm very well aware of how things go in New York. Right now, New York prices are sky high. And if you don't know anybody in New York or anybody who's going to let you stay with them, you'll probably end up staying in a shelter, homeless shelter. And if you get help, they'll offer to find you a place, but you're going to have to stay in the shelter and who knows how long. And they do have programs. Now, I don't know since the COVID if they're still seeing people, how things are moving as far as the programs that they had. And understandably, I know that you have HIV, and I'm not throwing that in your face, but I understand that you have that. And they do have programs in New York for that. But like I said, since the pandemic, I really don't know how things are going. Are they still seeing people in person and things of that nature? But I do know, as far as health care, if you were to move to New York, they have Medicaid. You could start Medicaid and get food stamps and start that way. And there's a clinic in Manhattan on 14th Street that solely deals with the LGBT community for a variety of things, dental, you name it, transitioning for transgender, male to female, female to male. And basically it's a clinic for all the needs that you have. And that's not only for people with HIV or anything like that. It's a clinic called Callan. It's for the LGBT community who don't feel comfortable going to, regular doctors or dentists and stuff like that, for discrimination reasons. Sometimes when you go there, there's shade thrown. So the LGBT Callan is directed just for the LGBT community where they can feel comfortable. So if you want to transition, that's where the girls go. If you have HIV, they are number one, taking care of people with HIV and other illnesses, dental, doctor, if you need a doctor, whatever, they are there for. And they are great. It was started by a lesbian and a gay man. That's why it's called Callan. I think his name is Michael Callan, and it was a lesbian, Audre Lorde. And they're dead now, but the clinic was started in their honor. That's why it's called Callan. And I think that if you do go to New York, that would be a place for you to go to take care of your health needs. Now, Rico, upon saying that, moving to New York, girl, Oh, excuse me. I'm so used to saying girl to my other friends, my trans friends, and my biological girlfriend. So, excuse me. But anyway, New York is expensive as hell. You smoke Rico. New York, the cigarette, a pack of cigarettes is $15. Yes, sweetie. And in some of the drugstores they're even $20. Mm-hmm. If you get the legal or buy Lucy's, I don't know how much they sell Lucy's for. Or if you go on the island, Long Island, you might get it cheaper, maybe $10 a pack. But New York is expensive, and apartments, forget it. I mean, they start like $1,900. A studio can be as much as 1,500. So New York is very expensive. Traveling on the transit system, I think it's up to 275 now for a Metro card. But you can travel, take the bus to the train with your Metro card, and you can travel. And I think you have a certain time, and then you can come back. I haven't traveled on the subway, so when I go up there, so I'm not fully aware of how much they are. I'd have to ask a friend. But Rico, please think this out. Now, they do help people with HIV, but I don't know if there's a waiting list or if they're not giving out vouchers. Like I said, the pandemic stopped a lot of things. So I think that you need to look into this before you just go to New York. Because if you just go to New York not knowing anything, you're in for a hard lesson. I don't want to see you sleeping on the train or in the shelter and you're not getting the help. You're going to have to wait. So, like I said, think about this if that's your intention to move to New York. New York is very inexpensive. And if you do get a place, you gotta, it can't be no foolishness or they will throw you out. Can't be no whoring and tricking because those apartments, I understand they have people working there that shenanigans are not allowed. And Rico, if you go to New York and you're going to carry on, please be careful. New York has changed considerably for hooking. Mm-hmm. And I just don't want you to go up there to only turn back because New York is no joke. It costs money. That's why Miss Tasha got her ass in the South. It is more feasible in the South. I don't know anything about DC, but I know New York is expensive as hell. There's a lot of people that have moved from New York since this pandemic hit. If you get a job, I think there are a lot of places are hiring, but the thing is, will you have enough money to even afford an apartment? If you don't go that route and get the help that they have, because they have different programs, but I don't know if they're still up and running. I really don't know because of the COVID. So these are things that you would need to check on before you just hop along and go to New York. And we're getting ready, New York is getting ready to go in, well, we all are getting ready to go into fall and winter. And it gets cold in New York. So that's another thing that you need to think about is housing, health care, the cost of living there. It's not easy. And to make a jump like that on blind faith is pretty scary. I'm telling you. And selling yourself, not saying that's your full intention, but if you get the urge, it's not like it used to be, honey. COVID is up there and things have really changed. So that's why I wanted to take it upon myself. If this is what you really are thinking about, New York, I don't know if it's a good fit for you, especially if you're not familiar and you're just going there on blind faith. You don't know what New York is offering, what programs are available. But I'm just telling you, as far as health and whatever, you can go down to Callan-Lord. They might have social workers that could help you. I mean, it's different places, nonprofit organizations that could help you, but I don't know if there's, like I said, with COVID, how many are available or whatever. Don't read me, because I know you can read. You'll read and come for a bitch, durrlingk. I know you are. And when I say durrlingk, that's what we used to, some of my friends, we still say, instead of darling, we'll say durrlingk when we're being shady. But yes, Rico, I hope you will reconsider and think this move, if that's what you're up to New York. Think it out carefully. New York is not a city that you want to go to unfamiliar. There's the 5 boroughs, and baby, some of those boroughs can be wicked if you're not in the right neighborhood. And like I said, if you're just going on blind faith, you've got 5 boroughs. Which one will you go to? I suggest Manhattan. And like I said, if you don't know anybody or anybody that's going to help you get on your feet and stay with them, it can be pretty rough, baby. And that means the shelter. And they can be wicked in that shelter. Okay, honey? So, I mean, I just thought I'd mention those things to you from someone who was born and raised in New York and is still familiar with New York. I go and visit my family and friends every holiday. So, like the Christmas, Thanksgiving holidays, I go up. So I'm still very familiar, and I have friends and family that live there, so I know what it costs. New York is not a cheap proposition. It's a wonderful state. Everything's there for you. But to make it, unless you're like bringing in 6 figures or a really high paying job to afford the rent and buy your food. I don't know if you plan to get on assistance and Medicaid. I don't know what your plans are. Or get food stamps, which would help you. But it's still living arrangements, trying to find an apartment, which, if you do that on your own, please, you have to make 6 figures to pay that rent. And like I said, if you go in a shelter, you don't know how long you'd be there and have to wait until they call your number and they can help you. Like I said, I don't know about the HIV programs, if they're still up and running or if there's a long waiting list, because usually they have places that people with HIV, they will place you in an apartment. Things might move faster for you, but like I said, and I keep emphasizing, with COVID, I don't know how much things are moving now because New York did shut down for quite some time, almost a year, so I don't know the backlog. Excuse me while I'm having this cigarette with my tea. And Lorna Dunes. I can't forget my Lorna Dunes. But like I said, Rico, please think about this decision to go to New York. If this is what you're planning, very carefully. Because you can get lost in New York. And it can be a good experience or a bad experience. It all depends on how you make it and how you go up there and how prepared you are for some of the tough patches that you may face. New York is no joke. If I go back north, as far I plan to go no further than PA and not Philadelphia. Someplace closer to New York, but not Philadelphia either. And I definitely don't know what services they would have to offer in Philadelphia for the LGBT community. I wouldn't even know where to begin to tell you. But I know New York, and they have some nonprofit places in New York, the Bronx, like I said, the 5 boroughs, Manhattan, but I'm not sure if they're still running or whatever. Are they still, have things changed with the COVID? I don't know. So, Rico, with that, I thought I would arm you with that if you decide to go to New York. 'Cause, baby, New York ain't cheap, honey. It is not cheap. Everything's there for you to do. But, honey, it is not cheap. It costs money. Even public transportation is expensive. You can buy the monthly Metro cards if you don't have but it's expensive. Yeah. To ride the bus and train. So, like I said, I don't know where you plan to settle in New York. But these are some of the pros and cons of New York and what I felt I would make you aware of, because she did bring up people helping you. So I figured I'd give you, being a native New Yorker, I'd give you some of the tips of the pros and cons. And I don't want you going up there falling in a hole, honey, because New York can be very vicious, and you're going when the weather's changing. So I hope you have decent accommodations, or have you thought about it? So like I said, I'm beginning to repeat myself, but I think that I mentioned the things that you need to know and that would be beneficial to you. I don't want to see you on YouTube in some homeless shelter or just riding the subway gagging. Baby, it's not cute. So with that, Rico, don't attack the messenger. I just thought I'd help you, honey, because I know you shady, baby. I didn't forget you can be shady. And this is not an attack on you, sweetie. This is just to help you. You might want to hold off on going to New York. I would even say, if you're thinking about it still by spring, by that time you would have done your research and it'd be a little warmer if you give other things, honey. Anyway, that's all I had to say to Rico. I thought I'd give him a little advice before he decides to go down the yellow brick road. Let me stop acting silly. I love you all. And until next time, I'll see you again. Serving Lorna Doones and tea.